Hello and good evening. Welcome back to the stream. My name is Disco Soup, also known as Jake sometimes. Today we are on day 6 of the character creation challenge created by TARDIS Captain of RPG.net forums, as well as his own awesome Discord and blog. If you hear any scratching, that is my Chewini trying to burrow himself in next to me. One of my Chewinis. So today, as you can see on your screen, we are going to be considering Star Borg. Star Borg comes from awesome YouTube creator JP Coovert, as well as Kyle Latino. It's a hack of Mork Borg, but I found it's actually one you can take seriously because the others don't really appeal to me, but this one really hits a sweet spot. It's a not Star Wars game, if you can tell. And the way you get it, in PDF at least, is by supporting JP's Patreon at the $6 a month tier, which is called Hero Level. It's a lot of bang for your buck, let me say. JP's got something like 73 PDFs out there. There's books with drawing advice, books on setting up. I haven't checked them all out. Mainly just the drawing ones in the Star Borg, but there's a hack of Tunnel Goons by Nate Tremay, which Nate is cool people, JP is cool people, and I don't know Kyle, but Kyle seems cool too. Anyways, what you get in the PDF, and you can get a print version from JP's website, but what you get in the PDFs is actually the DM's guide, the player's guide, which is called the Rebel Handbook, solo RPG rules, an adventure scenario, and a couple play aids like mission trackers and character sheets. So, with that said, this is pretty awesome, and you're going to love it. So, we're going to create a character for Star Borg. This artwork... This game, and I'm going to go off on a brief tangent, but if you're familiar with another creator named Hodag, or Hodag RPG, he is a really cool guy who creates games with a similar vibe as this. It's known as like the Hyper Trench series. Find those, look him up. He's on Blue Sky, and he's good people. So, quick references, title crawl, all that jazz. So, here's what we do. Character creation, right here. First off, you roll bits and bobs. Or just bits. Oh, this is for something else. Okay. 5. Oops, that's the character creation sheet. We got bits. Alrighty. So here. Now, if you're making a solo character, you can have 2 bits for your character, but otherwise bits is just a binary choice. You have it or you don't. But I'm going to eventually be doing a solo game for stream on this, and I'm going to be making a character here. So bits, and the way the economy works is that some things cost all the bits that a single character has. Expensive things cost all the bits the party has, or 2 bits, if you will. So we got our bits and bobs. Well, here's our bobs. Let's do 3. I've got another character I made up yesterday that I really like, who's got some fun gear and all that stuff. So 3, 6, 4. Okay. We've got a modified shock baton, D6 shoddy. Shoddy means that they break the first time you roll a 1 for them. Now clearly that's got to be... let's move that over. Okay. Alright. Modified shock baton. Oh gosh, I forgot our rolls. Where did... Oh yeah, 3, 6, 4. Okay, they have scavenged bot plate armor. Tier 2. So this is actually not bad armor, by the way. Tier 2 is as good as you're usually going to find it. And this doesn't have like any bulky keywords or anything like that. You can get better armor if you are a bounty hunter. And I rolled up a bounty hunter the other day, or yesterday, and that was fun. Okay, so 6. Wait, no. Yeah, 4. Okay. Space helmet, 5 minutes of air in the tank. Good to have. Good to have. But if you roll up, because I do this whole thing randomly, a bounty hunter character, you can start with what's called quantum armor. Okay. Let's move this over. It's fine. And then we get a ship, maybe. I'm not going to start with that. So you can roll for your class is the next thing. Or choose, but I like to roll. Yada-da, 2. Is this going to be another bounty hunter? If it is, it is. I got me a bounty hunter yesterday. I'm going to get a different class. What? Okay, 4. I guess Brock Jones really wanted me to have a bounty hunter, but we're going to do a smuggler. Okay, so smugglers, we do get a ship. Whenever you have to roll every time you arrive at a new spaceport, and you might have a complication show up. And then when you are doing your stats, we get a +2 bonus for presence. But this is let's see how this. So first off, smuggler. Okay, and then, yeah. And there's actually, we don't need to copy this bit about, oh my gosh, what? There we go. We don't need to copy the bit about owning a ship, and I'll show you why in a second. Okay, I do like the way that all just kind of fits when you need it to. Okay, so now what you'll get, there's a bunch of tables in each class. They all look different. And you'll roll once on each of them for what you've got. So, for instance, our tricks, we have a sonic grenade that looks like a cell phone or a walkie-talkie, but it deafens people. Onic grenade, sure. Okay, and then trades and crime lords. So, because this is kind of I guess you'd consider it more of a powerful class, or they get more from other people because they have the ship, but you're indebted to a crime lord. So, let's see, whom are we indebted to? Stumpy Skadeen. Okay. Now, it's because you get one of these, a trade, a gravity magnet. Nullification field deteriorating will become a black hole. So you have to get one of these 6 burdens, which we'll start with 3 containment points, okay? And each time I roll a 1 on any test, that containment value goes down. When it reaches 0, something bad happens, and the crime lord will also come after me. Oops. That's not correct. Let's... Stumpy Skideen. There's nothing really that you do with your ship creating it, but I will show it to you in a second after this. So every class has a 3 level up options, basically. In addition to some stat increases, but when you save the galaxy or level up, you get to pick one. Roll with advantage when you throw your name around, so you get a reputation. One of those crappy friends actually comes, you get a sidekick who's a bounty hunter, or a free attack at the start of a blaster fight. These are actually pretty good options. So the next thing we do is roll for our abilities. Agility, knowledge, presence, and strength. We're going to roll 3d6 for all of them except for presence, which is 3d6 plus 2. So, let's the top one, 8. Okay. And so that's not our value. Our value is actually here. The score is -1. Okay. So agility up. Piloting, really? Okay, well, he's a bad pilot, I guess. Then, for knowledge, 8 again. Ugh, this guy, I tell you. -1. Well, maybe his presence will be better. No. 10, 12. Okay, so 12 is actually not terrible in that it's a 0. It's neutral. Boom. 0. And then lastly, strength. 11. Also 0. Okay, so we've got a crappy dude, but they kind of tend to start out that way. And yes, I see it too. Okay, so this would be a solo character if I was ever going to play him. But destiny points you can use for different things. Max damage on a roll that you roll, re-roll a roll you just made, reduce incoming damage, change a fumble you made or a crit someone else made to a regular roll, and then lastly, reduce the difficulty of a roll before you roll it. You roll 1d2 to determine your starting destiny points, unless you are a solo character, in which case you start with 3. So, hit points. Strength plus d8. What? Yeah, 4. Okay. And carrying capacity is just going to be 8. And then you roll your species and your motivation. Although, actually, a solo character doesn't use that motivation. They use one from the solo book, which I'm not going to show, but you just gotta get into it. Okay, so 9. What species is that? A lithe pseudopoid. Oh! A not Twi'lek, which just happens to be the class species that they show for it anyways. Okay. Okay. Well, that's that for this. I am going to tell you that I absolutely love Star Borg, and I'm probably going to be running a solo campaign that I'd like to stream here on YouTube for it. In the meantime, please do check out JP Coovert. He has an awesome Patreon, which you can find by looking on Patreon. And he has a cool channel, which you can see down below. He's also got one of the most soothing voices in all of the tabletop hobby. So thank you very much, and can't wait to see you tomorrow.